Kevin Warren breaks his silence on Justin Fields, and we talk about all the news that you may have missed today next on the Unbearable Sports Podcast.
I'm going to take the North and never give it back.
So that's a good pick. You get the corner. I got to go bold, right? I got to go bold for this.
Yeah, she's got some nice long
Welcome back to the Unbearable Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Brad Barron. Make sure to like and subscribe out there on YouTube so you do not miss a single update, and rate the show 5 stars everywhere that you get your podcast. You already know the drill. Out there on Apple Podcast, rate 5 stars. You're in the giveaway for the Darnell Wright jersey once we reach the magic number of 58 5-star reviews. But what's going on? Tomorrow, we have a live show at 7:30, but also I don't think we're going to be doing the live fan mock draft yet. I think we'll do that on Sunday because a fan reached out to me and said, hey, tomorrow's Valentine's Day. I totally forgot, and don't tell my wife that, but I totally forgot. So I got to think of some plans. So I know that some of you might be missing that. So I wanted to just push that to Sunday. So Sunday will be the live fan mock draft. I hope to see you all there. Tomorrow I'll come up with something fun for us to do. So I hope to see you all out there. But today, we got to break down some news. Yet again, lots of news coming through from the Chicago Bears that we have to break down. Today, one of the craziest things, we talked about this yesterday, Justin Fields and the odds for Justin Fields going to the Steelers went a little bit nuts because it started out that Justin Fields going to the Steelers was plus 550 odds. Then this morning, it went all the way up to plus 150. And it was the first time that a team not named the Chicago Bears were the favorites. But then, by midday on DraftKings, if you tried to look to see if you could place odds on where Justin Fields will end up, the Steelers became the overwhelming favorite at minus 125. So for those that aren't familiar with betting terms, it means you're getting less than what the money that you put in back when you put the money down, which means heavy favorites are the Steelers for the destination for Justin Fields. Bears are now at plus 200. So the Bears destination dramatically going down. Falcons at plus 600. Patriots at plus 650. Then Broncos, Commanders, Raiders all plus 1,200. So to me, it was crazy. And also I will say this too. I saw this out there. I saw this getting posted. No, Justin Fields has not deleted his Chicago Bears stuff off of Instagram. You can go to Instagram and you can see he still has all his Bear stuff. So it was just a little nuts just to see how crazy the odds all of a sudden went in one way or the other. You know, is this Vegas just trying to make some money off of people saying, yeah, it makes sense for him to go to the Steelers. Let's put some money down. So it might be them just trying to make a little bit of cash, or it might be that they know something about what's going on, right? But it was just kind of a little nuts to kind of see that out there, at least, like, holy crap, is something brewing? Is something going on? But yeah, I don't think that Ryan Poles is going to do anything until, like we said, until the combine, because that's when business gets done. That's when executives talk to people and have those overall discussions. But also, Ryan Poles has not made his mind up yet. But according to David Kaplan, it sounds like he's pretty set on at least the talent side of Caleb Williams. Let's take a listen.
Someone I trust said Poles is convinced on Caleb's ability. Now he's got to get to know him as a person.
So very, very small, short and sweet from David Kaplan of ESPN 1000, but it's kind of like what we know, right? Caleb Williams, very talented. And I said this myself. I am sold on the talent that Caleb has. The ceiling is there, right? The being an absolute superstar is there. But yeah, playing quarterback is much more than that talent. It's about what else can you do? What else? How can you handle the adversity, which is a big question mark that some people still question. And that's where nothing's going to happen. It's something outrageous would have to happen in order for the Bears to make a move until the scouting combine, because that's when you understand the player more and learn more about the player as a person. It's going to be huge for him to sit down with Caleb Williams. So I agree with what Kaplan had to say, just as that's kind of my take on it too. But him saying that someone has told him that, hey, sounds like they're pretty sold on Caleb Williams, the player, and the ability, but from the person perspective, they still have to figure that out. And that's what makes judging quarterbacks so difficult. But also, let's flip it on the other side, right? Because we got to go. I want to do both sides of the coin, talk a little Justin Fields, talk a little Caleb Williams. Kevin Warren sat down with an interview with a Jarrett Payton. So with Jarrett, him and Kevin Warren, they were talking, and Kevin Warren had this brief little blurb to say about one Justin Fields.
Justin has a rare combination of intelligence, of size, of strength, and speed. You forget how big of a man he is until you're up on him. He's not a small man. And so I just think every year he's going to continually get better. So I'm glad he's on the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, so quick little blurb, right, just about Justin Fields, but obviously it took social media by storm, made everybody kind of go up into a frenzy. Let me know what you think down below that this means, because Kevin Warren talking well about Justin Fields, and I know that Kevin Warren is a businessman, so he's strictly business with a lot of these pieces, and I think when you listen to what he had to say in that short little blurb, it's things that we know. He is a big man. Justin is a big person, and he's also like a good player. So to me, I don't think I see a lot of people reading into this, like if the president's saying this, that means Fields is a Bear. I'm bringing this up because it's news, but to me, I just feel like it's a lot of it's good talk about a good player, and I still feel like the Bears aren't 100% sold on where exactly they're going to go, because they need to sit down with Caleb Williams. They need to understand the person side of that, and that's where I think that what's a good business move. It's not to go on and be like, you know what, Justin kind of sucks. Like, he's not going to say that. He's not going to be like, oh, you know what, I don't really like him. He's not going to do it that. He's going to say exactly that. So to me, I like what Warren had to say. I think it's exactly what he needed to say, but also I think that it is a good indictment. I think he said what he needed to say, and nothing more than that. But let's continue going on to a couple more headlines that was really kind of going on today and kind of taking social media by storm. So one of the pieces and was actually from Ian Rapaport. Ian Rapaport was asked kind of about what was the consensus of the person of kind of what NFL personnel people thought about Caleb Williams. Like, are they sold on him? And what he had to say was, oh yeah, talent-wise, everyone believes he is special. And yet again, this is the same narrative that we keep on hearing. It's the talent that people are enamored with. Like we said, it's that chasing of the ceiling of what could a quarterback become. It's the question about the person and the situation that they go into and how they handle adversity that is still something that needs to be answered. But also, I want to go into a little bit more details about there's just more love for Caleb Williams. And those that are Justin Fields fans and not fans of Caleb Williams, hold on, I got you right after this. But there was more love for Caleb Williams that came out today. And one league executive told Josh Chirac from NBC Sports Chicago, get it right and you'll be remembered forever. This kid, Caleb Williams, is a career definer. He can change everything for a lot of people. I turned the card in now if I could. I think everything there is about to change. And then Chase Daniel, very renowned for QB analysis. Caleb, to me, has the most flash and potential. He's got that similar vibe when plays break down to Patrick Mahomes. But also, Chase Daniel did kind of go back, and he did say, he's like, listen, I also like Justin Fields, right? And he's like, it's okay to like both. And that's kind of where I'm at. I do believe that Justin Fields has gotten better every year, and I think that he has a lot of potential, right? And Caleb Williams has a lot of potential. Yet again, it's a good situation, Bears fans, that we are in. Also, if you're watching the YouTube show, you might say, why do I have Daniel Jeremiah up there? Well, Daniel Jeremiah also today, he made a post and was really kind of saying how just kind of in response to the whole Merrill Hodge stuff, where Merrill Hodge is not high on Caleb Williams, and Daniel Jeremiah was kind of backing his opinion of Caleb Williams and just kind of stating how difficult it is to truly judge quarterbacks and that everybody essentially gets things wrong and or right because it's about, yet again, the player, the talent, the situation. so many things go into that quarterback piece. But like I said, for those that do not like Caleb Williams, I have a little something for you as well. Some news came out here. Kirk Benkert, formerly of the Green Bay Packers, but is now someone on YouTube that and kind of does a lot of Madden stuff. He is someone that also breaks down a lot of tape. And so he tweeted out, Caleb Williams' tape is done. After seeing it, he's QB2, almost more like QB1, QB1B, depending on where he might end up. If Mahomes was drafted instead of Trubisky, what would things have looked like? Instead of going to Andy Reid with the Chiefs and being groomed, this is where my mind is with Williams. Ceiling-wise, I'm seeing some of Mahomes' creativity with some of Allen's throw style, especially on the run. He's just smaller than both, reported 6'1", 215. If he can go somewhere that he doesn't have to be a superhero, he could have a sweet transition into the NFL. Some of the plays he makes are insane, but it's also very clear the defenses he's played against in the Pac-12 were miserable most of the time. Almost seemed like he was playing 7-on-7 with no pass rush half the time, and that kind of makes it harder than watching some SEC games or even Big Ten. Can't knock him for the confidence conference he's in, just something to note. Also, he's throwing to wide open receivers a lot. Again, can't knock him for his excellent offensive coach, but all of this should be taken into account. So, let me know down below in the comments, what do you think of Kirk Benkert's analysis of Caleb Williams? Because to me, I get it. I understand where he's coming from. Like I've said, he has those high flashes. He shows what you want from the talent, and he's very Mahomesian. And believe it or not, a lot of people thought Mahomes was going to be a bust. Most people thought he was going to be a bust, and a lot of people credit this situation that he was around. So I do agree with that, but at the same time, too, I know a lot of us Bears fans are going, wait a minute, like you're saying depending on situations. Does that mean he's QB2, but then he's 1 if he doesn't go to the Bears, right? I think that's where it kind of rubbed a lot of us Bears fans the wrong way, going, what's this whole situation thing? He could be better, right? It's is he QB1 or QB2? But also, for those that are curious, Jaden Daniels is his QB1. I really want to hear what he has to say about Jaden Daniels because, like I've said on the show, I'm not as high on Jaden Daniels as others. I don't necessarily see it, so I am curious to just see his opinions on Jaden Daniels if he really is that high on him. But, like I said, let me know what you think down below. I'm still excited for what the Bears are going to be and what they have in store for us in the future. Like I said, and like I'll probably close every show out with, we're in a great situation. We have a lot of great potential. No matter what, I'm going to keep on rooting for the Bears, whoever's slinging it back there. And you better believe we're going to have you covered with coverage. So make sure to like and subscribe out there on YouTube so you don't miss another Bears update. I think we'll be live tomorrow, depending on what goes on with Valentine's Day. I'll let you all know. Just make sure to hit the bell so that you get notified if we, in fact, go live. With that, Unbearable Sports Podcast, we are out.
Yeah, she's got some nice long hair and you know